Hi everyone, welcome back. In this video, I am going to show you how to select a row or cell in the Vue Gantt chart component. I will also show you how to perform different types of selection like cell, row, and toggle, and how to use a few of its APIs. First, I open my existing Vue project, where all the necessary Gantt chart modules are configured. I have added the data.js file, which has hierarchical local JSON data, and it is assigned to the data source property. I mapped the data source fields to add the columns. If you would like to learn more about configuring a Vue Gantt chart, I recommend watching my Getting Started video. You can find the link to the video in the card above and the description below. Let me run this application using the command npm run serve. See here, the left pane has a tree grid, and the right pane has a chart with a project timeline. To enable the selection feature, I import the selection module from the Syncfusion Vue Gantt package and inject it into Gantt services in the Provide section. Checking the Gantt chart now, I can select a row with a mouse click or keyboard interaction. I can also select a row at initial loading by simply including the selected row index property and specifying the index of the row to be selected. Check the Gantt tree grid, the specified row index is selected. Now, I'll remove the selected row index property to explain the other features clearly. I will show you how to perform row selection dynamically using a custom button click. To demonstrate this functionality, I will use the Syncfusion Vue button component. So, I install the Syncfusion EJ2 Vue buttons package. Let's wait for the package to install. After the package is installed, import the button component and register it in Vue inside the Components section. I add an EJS button tag with the content select. Add the inline margin styles to align the button. Then add the onClick event with the callback method, button click. I define the callback method inside the Methods section. I'm going to use the built-in method of the Gantt chart to perform a selection. So, I add the ref property. Then I declare the variable for the Gantt instance. Using this instance, I call the built-in method selectRow and specify the index of the row to be selected. When I click the button, the specified index of the row is selected. By default, I can select a single row. To select more than one row at a time, I declare the variable selection options and set its type to multiple. Assign this variable to the selection settings property. Now, to select multiple rows, I just hold the Control key and click the desired rows. You can also select multiple rows dynamically using the select rows method. Inside this callback method, I call the built-in method select rows and specify the indexes of the rows in the array. Now, when I click the button, the specified indexes of rows will be selected. Let's see the two modes of selection in the Gantt chart, row and cell. The row is the default selection mode. To perform cell selection, I use the mode property in selection settings and set the value to cell. You can see that I'm able to select multiple cells by holding the Control key. To select a single cell, change the type to single. And now I can select a single cell. Let me show you how to perform toggle selection. With toggle selection, you can easily select or deselect a row or cell. Now, I'm going to demonstrate how to toggle the selection of a row by changing the mode to row. To enable this feature, set the Enable Toggle property to True. As you can see, when I click a row, it gets selected. Clicking the same row again will deselect it. Next, I will show you how to clear selected rows and cells by using the clear selection method. In this sample, I'm going to change the code to clear the selection on the button click. So, I call the clear selection method inside the button click callback method using the Gantt object. And change the button caption to clear selection. In the Gantt chart, I select any row, and then click the button to clear the selection. Finally, I will show you how to get selected row indexes and records using a button click. Inside this button click callback method, I use the Gantt instance and call the get selected row indexes method. And call the get selected records method to get the selected records in the console. And change the selection type to multiple to get the multiple row details. I change the button caption to get record details. In the chart, I select some rows and then click this button. Checking the console, the selected row indexes and records will be displayed. You can also disable selection for all the records in a Gantt chart. To do that, I include the Allow Selection property and set its value to false. Check here, I cannot select any row. Here is a quick recap of what we have seen so far. I showed you how to perform different types of selection in a Gantt chart. I also showed you how to perform toggle selection and how to use a few of its APIs. You can download a working example from the GitHub link in the description below. You can also see if you're eligible for our community license, which will get you a free license key to use our products. Thank you for watching this video. If you found this useful, give it a like and subscribe to our channel.